Okay, so here's the deal. If you've ever been rejected by a woman, guess what? Welcome to the club. Everyone in the Shogun Method Brotherhood has faced rejections, some more than others. I was turned down by 20 women a day during the clueless pickup artist era of my life. So trust me when I tell you I know how bad it feels. I mean, it's a pretty shitty feeling, right? It's surely one of the worst things that can happen to a guy. To me, it's more painful than getting punched in the balls. No fucking joke. Now, if you've gotten rejected by a woman, then understand this. It's okay to feel angry and resentful, or even embarrassed. But if you also feel vengeful towards the woman who rejected you, then know this. It's not okay. Because taking revenge on a woman who hurt you will destroy your love life forever. Keep your cool, because lashing out will only make you look like a fool. Remember, you're a shogun, and you're able to keep your composure. Instead of feeling sorry for yourself, you'll make her feel sorry for missing out on you. And guess what? That's what I'm going to teach you how to do in this video. Follow these 3 steps, and you'll make her wonder if she had blundered by rejecting you. Do this, and in the end she'll beat herself up, thinking, he was such a catch. Why was I such an idiot? And you know what? That's just the tip of the iceberg. You want not only for her to feel sorry, right? What's the joy in that? What if you can make her chase you instead? Wouldn't that be funny? I mean, you'll then get to reject her, right? Imagine the look on her face when you do that. Of course, you can't be the better man and choose to accept her love instead. But here's the important thing. You're the chooser now, not her. The power is squarely in your hands, not hers. How does that sound? Good, right? So gear up. I'm going to show you the 3-step AIF strategy with details of each step to take inside this video. You'll love this, believe me. So take lots of notes because you don't want to miss anything out. But before we start, I want you to do one thing for me, and it's this. Scroll down, find the like button, and click it. Do that, and you'll encourage me to publish more of these videos for you. At the same time, also subscribe to my channel and click on the bell button. This way, you'll get notifications when I publish something new. Deal? So go ahead and click like and subscribe now because I'll wait here. Done? Good job. So, let me tell you about the AIF strategy. It was something Derek Rake taught me. You know, the man behind the notorious Shogun Method. Derek knows more about hypnosis and mind control than everyone I know. What I like about Derek is he's quite a no-nonsense guy, and he teaches only what's proven to work. And what he teaches is quite different from other relationship gurus. Here's an example. The typical guru likes to talk about tricks and shortcuts to attract women. To Derek, this is a mistake because attraction is overrated. He once told me, to build and keep a relationship strong, attraction is not enough. You need emotional addiction. Do you now know why she rejected you? Because, tell you what, it wasn't because she wasn't attracted to you. It was because she wasn't emotionally addicted to you. So here's the lesson. Think emotional addiction, not attraction. And you know what? For emotional addiction, the regular attraction and seduction trickery won't work. Pickup artist tricks won't work. The typical dating guru crap won't work. So what works? 2 words. Mind control. To make a woman feel sorry for rejecting you, use mind control on her. But how do you do this specifically? What's the game plan? Well, that's what we're going to cover for the rest of this video. We call the plan the AIF strategy. There are 3 stages in the plan, starting with the A stage, acceptance. Let me ask you this. How does a woman normally reject a guy? The answer is, of course, by putting him in the friend zone. When a woman rejects you, she may say one of these things. Let's just be friends. Or, I think that's a little premature now. Or, I can only offer friendship for now. Take the first step in the AIF strategy by accepting the rejection gracefully. Say, I think you're right. That's it. Your goal in the acceptance stage is to remain in contact with her. Swallow your pride and lick your wounds. And relax, because as long as she remains in your circle, you can use Shogun Method on her. Got that? Good. Then, you move on to the second stage in the AIF strategy, intrigue. In this stage, you want to capture her attention and re-trigger her interest. You need something that catches her eye and makes her see you in a different light. What's that thing? Well, do you know the one thing that will always capture a woman's attention without fail? Other women. Nothing intrigues a woman more than a man who captures the intrigue of other women. So, if you surround yourself with women, you'll be an object of intrigue and interest to her. And here's what's even more interesting. The women you surround yourself with, those women don't even have to be good looking. In fact, it works even better if you're with a woman who is less beautiful than her. Strange, but true. When she sees you with another woman, these questions will run through her mind. Is he moving on already? So fast? How could he choose someone like that? Does he think she's prettier than me? The trick here is not to say anything. You must let her find out on her own. Take lots of pictures and share them on Facebook. Or find a way to bump into her with the other woman. Then you wait. If you've done what I've told you, I guarantee this will happen. She will ask you about her. And when she does that, here's the only thing to do. Smile and say nothing. If she texts to ask you, send her a smiley emoji and ignore her. Remember, say nothing. Let her imagination run wild and let her brew in her own emotions. Because whatever she imagines will lead to one conclusion in her mind. Did I fuck up and lost the love of my life? And that's what you want, yes? Now, remember how I told you how Shogun Method is different because it uses mind control? Well, what I've shown you is mind control in action. With mind control, you plant ideas inside a woman's mind and lead her subconsciously to you. And because it works on a subconscious level, she can't detect what you're doing. And guess what? What she can't detect, she can't resist. Call it sneaky, but that's why Shogun Method is so fucking effective. Seriously, there's nothing else quite like it. And here's the other thing. You don't have to go balls to the wall for a mind control technique to work. Once it shows the results you want, you have the option to stop. Take the AIF strategy. In my experience, the first 2 steps are often enough, because once she sees you with another woman, she will react, but her reaction will depend on how jealous she gets. She might start to chase you back immediately, or she might get hysterical and throw a tantrum. At this point, any reaction is a good reaction. But what happens if she doesn't budge? What if she remains unfazed even when you're parading around her with other women in your arms? Well, if that happens, then it's time to pull out the big gun. That's where the third and final step in the AIF strategy comes into play. The F in the AIF strategy stands for fractionation. It's the technique you use only when necessary, because it's like mind control on fucking steroids. What's fractionation? Well, in Shogun Method, to make a woman fractionate is to put her on an emotional roller coaster. You get her emotions swing up and down with a combo of storytelling and deliberate behavior. Done right, she can't help but to get addicted to you. Remember, love is about emotional addiction, not attraction. When a woman is addicted to you emotionally, she can't quit you. Indeed, emotional addiction is the name of their relationship game. And guess what? Emotional addiction is what fractionation delivers in spades. Sounds great, right? There's one thing that you must know about fractionation, however, and it's this. Fractionation is not a simple technique. It works tremendously well, but only if you do it properly. Like most things, there are rules to obey and pitfalls to avoid. Derek won't like this, but I'll say it anyhow. Many guys make mistakes with fractionation and they shoot themselves in the foot. Fractionation is powerful, but if done wrongly, it will fuck up a relationship for good. And that's not all. Some shoguns have abused the knowledge and gone on a rampage, only to leave behind a trail of emotionally damaged women. I guess the temptation is too great when you finally get this power after years of rejection. Derek seems to acknowledge the fact that Shogun Method is dangerous if used by the wrong people. For a start, he has restricted access to the Fractionation online masterclass at fractionationhypnosis.com. If you go to that site, you may sometimes find it hard to load. If you're able to register for the masterclass, count yourself lucky. Still, a technique like fractionation will do more good than harm for most guys, and for this reason, I'll encourage you to learn it, because who knows, it might be wiped from the internet, especially given how politically incorrect it is. I mean, think about it. How can the idea of putting women on emotional roller coasters survive these days? I won't be surprised if Shogun Method disappears from the face of the earth tomorrow. Anyway, I'm glad I have a copy of it stored safely on my computer. So here's the thing. If you're still able to watch the Fractionation Online Masterclass, do it. Not tomorrow, not later, but now. At the end of the video, a link will appear. It goes to the back door of the online masterclass where you get to register to watch it. Fill in the form and wait for the instructions to be emailed to you. You can also find the link in the video description below. Find and click it. Do it now.